You don't know how to sell because you've only ever sold to people who are already buying. And if you stick with me here, I'm going to show you the number one sales mistake that everybody is making right now without even realizing it. This not only changed completely how I view sales, but it also helped me understand why people weren't buying my stuff, and it even helped me double my close rates. You just need to understand these fundamentals. Usually when I have a conversation with a business owner, they always tell me the same thing, which is, yes, I can make the sale. I just need to get in front of the right person. And the key word there is right person, even though they don't realize that is what is hurting them. We always have a few definable key traits that make this person the perfect candidate. And usually that is they have money, they can make the choice themselves, or they have the buying, or not the buying, the decision-making power to do that. They have some sort of inherent need, so they're in pain, and my product or service can solve their pain. And at some point, we want to understand where they're at. Is this mission critical? Is this the right time? If somebody fits these qualifiers, the likelihood that they're buying your stuff is extremely high. But this is not a sale. You're looking for a needle in a haystack. That one person who has money, they can make the choice, they have a need by understanding what it is that you're selling, and it's at the right time. If every interaction you have with somebody was basically a pre-qualified customer or client, then you're not really a closer. You don't know how to actually move a stranger from understanding to giving you money. And therein lies the difference. But if you don't understand still what your business bottleneck is, why your sales aren't working, or even if it is a sales problem, click on the link in the description or comment as well. What happens is this is just one person in the marketplace. And at any given time, there's actually 3 people who are buying your stuff or could buy your stuff at any given time. The problem is people don't know where they're at in the process, which version of our customer we're talking to basically, and how I can move them from the left side, the least qualified, to giving me money, or the hot side, the most qualified. And therein lies the 3 terms we need to understand. Because our John Doe here, there's 3 versions of him at any given time in the marketplace. There's a hot John Doe, there's a warm John Doe, and there is a cold John Doe. What does this even mean? It means that in any given time, your product or service, if you took everybody in the world who could potentially buy it, they fall into one of these categories. And the skill set you need to understand is, which version of John are we talking to, and how can I move John from here to here? Let me explain. This John needs an entirely different conversation than this John and this John. What does this mean? Because this John is what's called cold John, or a cold lead, or a cold customer. They don't quite understand what it is that you're selling at this point. They just have a very high level emotional problem that they need solved, and to do so, you need to educate this John. After John has become educated, at some point, John will move to warm John, where he reaches the objection stage. And he says, well, why should this work for me? And that is when he has all the myths that come up in his head as to why this thing won't work. And then eventually, John becomes hot and he says, you know what? I understand this. I trust it. I like it. I just need a reason to take the next step. Why this is so important, and we're going to get into details on how to actually move this, is because most of the time, business owners think they're selling to just one person at any given moment. The problem is they don't know how to sell to cold John. They know how to sell to hot John. Let me give you an example. Hot John says, I have back pain. I need a physical therapist. I need one that's local to me. I have this budget. This is my insurance. Hot John needs to find some service provider who fits that benchmark. And if you fit that benchmark, you are a physical therapist in his local area who takes his insurance and can solve his problem, you don't need to sell to Hot John. Hot John already understands what you want. Now, what about Cold John? What about Cold John who wakes up every day and says, my joints ache, my back hurts, I feel bad? Well, this cold prospect could have any number of different solutions. They could buy pain meds. They could go to a chiropractor. They could go to a physical therapist. They could go to a float spa. They could get a deep tissue massage. But they don't quite understand this bridge here. Why this is really important and why you've probably never actually sold to somebody, to recap, is because this is maybe at any given time 5 to 10% of people who exist on average. This is maybe on the high 20%, whereas the other 60 to 70% of people who need your stuff actually live here. And most businesses have no idea how to sell to a cold prospect or lead or customer or client. Because what they try and do is, let's say you have this thing you're trying to sell that's a product or service, and your assumption is that this person with a high level emotional problem inherently understands how your thing is actually going to make their life better. At this point, we just need to understand a few things. Let's go back here. Just to reiterate, to not overcomplicate it, you need to understand that this cold lead has no idea what you do. They don't know your job title. They don't know your product category. They don't know what you solve. If you come to this person and they're a contractor and they say, man, I need to pay taxes, and you say, like, I'm a bookkeeper, assume they don't even know what a bookkeeper is. Assume they don't know what a physical therapist is. Assume they don't know what an AI-driven VoIP service is. They have no idea. At this point, your job is to make it so easy that a fifth grader could understand and educate them on what this thing is. And then inherently, at some point, they're going to have all these little objections in their head. They're going to say, oh, I don't really know why this should work for me, or what color does it come in, or what's shipping like? Do you have a guarantee? Do you have a warranty? What does it look like? You should have all of these prepared. If you don't, because what ends up happening is, if you're waiting for your prospect to ask you these questions, then it makes it look like you don't have confidence in your product or service. If you address these up front, then it shows that you've been through the scenario, that you know what you're talking about. We basically call this squashing the myths. You want to kill the myths before they even have to ask. That will easily increase your close rate. So at this point, when we've educated them, remember, we're speaking to a fifth grader. They don't understand what our job title or product category is. They certainly don't understand how it's going to make their life better. So at this point, you're not selling, just educating. Then they're going to say, well, I don't really know why this should work for me. This is where you can leverage your things like your reviews, your social proof, your case studies, data, examples, or even if it's just surface level emotional questions, write all those down and address them up front. Then finally, you have a hot lead who just literally needs a reason to act. And most of the time, this is the easiest thing in the world to sell to. Usually your referrals live here, or somebody who instantly understands your problem. And if we want to boil this down to a few key qualifiers or kind of data points you can use for each person, this is an emotional problem. It's usually very high level and no clear step. No clear step. At this point, it is almost always risk, value, and then almost always things that are like the numbers, basically, at this point. Things like timing. Things like, how often do I see, or how often do I have to do something? How soon should I see results? What do I have to do? What do I get as a result of doing that thing? This is usually boiled down to how much work is expected of me, and what am I going to lose as a result, and how much work are you actually going to do, and what value does that create? This is always emotional levers. There's very high level levers inside of their brain right now they're thinking about that are like, I don't really know how to solve this problem, and they're in the dark. And again, 60 to 70% of this market has literally no clear next step. They don't know what to do. They don't understand why to do it. They have no idea what the heck is going on, and it's your job to intersect here. So for instance, if I was a physical therapist, and instead of saying, I'm only looking for people who need physical therapists, which again is a hot lead, I would also have things like educational materials on how this reduces back pain, how this helps athletes recover faster, how this helps blue collar workers get back to the job site or reduce their pain. Something that solves something for someone and free educational materials. If I was a physical therapist, I would be creating YouTube videos right now. Same thing. Your customer, client, prospect doesn't understand what you do. You should be creating educational materials, brochures, PDFs, and ideally something where they see your face. YouTube, again, is going to be the top one right now as a recording of this. Videos on your website. This is why explainer videos exist. And this is the part where you need to squash those objections. Make it easier for them to transition from friction to actually wanting your thing. And then finally, your offer. And I'll put this last data point here, which is pretty much 100% based on your offer. Or if you want to think about it, why now? So they might believe your thing can solve their problem, but most of the time it's why now? So if you've done all this, you've inherently earned trust with your lead, but they just need to know usually what's your offer and why now. If there is no reason to do now, then you need to fix your offer. That's the primary bottleneck. If you're getting a lot of people to the finish line, but they're like, yeah, this sounds really good. I really like what you're saying. I'm going to think about it. Fix your offer. But if you're getting a lot of people who are, you're talking to 1,000 people and only one of them is buying, that's because the other 999 were in one of these brackets and you didn't go through the actual step. I challenge you to figure out the emotional, high level, no clear step, this agitated state that your customer prospect is in. This is the 60 to 70% of the market that we want to tap into, that pain that they have. And then we're going to transition into, what are the same 30 questions they always ask me? Write all those down, decrease the risk, increase the value, and talk a little bit about the sacrifice, the numbers, how long, how much, what is involved from them, what is involved from you, anything like that, so that you can tackle a warm lead with infinite objections, even though they're going to be the same 10 or 20 that you've heard before. And then finally, at this stage, all you need to do is improve your offer. Which, if you haven't improved your offer and you don't know what that is, I would encourage you to click the link in the description or pinned comment, because that will allow you to figure out if the offer is your problem. Now, I hope this was valuable to you. To recap, we're looking for 3 versions of our John Doe. Way back at the beginning, our John, are they cold with an emotional problem? They don't understand what they need? Are they warm? They just have objections in their head. They're looking at other competitors. They're looking at other options. Or do I simply just need a better offer because they're hot, John? If you can understand each one of these, then you become an expert closer. And in reality, you're almost always selling to these people probably right now. And these are not real sales. They're easy. You just need to make sure that the offer fits. When in reality, big businesses, businesses that scale, businesses that are extremely successful can take strangers and move them through this pattern consistently. And once you crack this code, you are able to get unlimited people to buy your stuff. Now, I hope this video was valuable to you. Make sure to subscribe as well. And I put out a video every single week. And also, if you have any problems with your business as well that you're struggling with, please comment below. It does help me understand what content I should actually be making. I want to solve your problem in particular. But that's all I have for you today. Until then, I'll see you next time.